Will be dealt a budget blow in the coming months after the government failed to keep the inflation genie in the bottle. Joining us to discuss today's headlines is Labor MP Dan Repicoli and National Senator Bridget McKenzie. Good morning to you both. OK, so Jim Chalmers told us yesterday that any cuts to public service would be modest and not at the expense of workers. But he was optimistic, obviously, that inflation data would be better than it was. So, Dan, how will the government make necessary cuts and drive down inflation?
Look, we got figures yesterday that weren't exactly what we wanted, obviously, and we need to make sure that the inflation is as best as we could have it, and it is much better than what we inherited when we came into government. We have done a lot of work in this space to make sure that we are getting it down and getting it to manageable levels. And with what's being said around the job cuts in the public service, we are doing smart, responsible budgeting, and this is what happens before a budget. You go out, you reach out to all the departments and you have the conversation with them and see what is needed and what isn't needed in their program. So we've asked them to go and have a look at that, and we will wait to see what comes back from all of those departments and see what happens.
What is low priority spending though, Dan? Is it just fewer red pens?
Definitely not fewer red pens, definitely not. We will wait and see what departments come back with.
So you don't know otherwise? No.
Well, yeah, we can't come out and talk about it when we've asked them to go and have a look at it. We can't preempt what anybody's going to say to us, so we'll just wait and see what they come back to us, and then we'll have the conversations after that and make sure that we're being smart in the lead up to budget to make sure that we're doing the best with Australians' money. So
you can't categorically rule out job losses?
No, they can't, Sarah. I mean, you've got Labor gets elected, inflation's going in the wrong direction. Now we've got the risk of 2 rate hikes making housing affordability worse. And just because Labor got elected doesn't mean prices have gone down, as all of your viewers know. And listening to Dan today and listening to Labor since the job figures came out and the cuts conversation, we've got public servants here in Canberra concerned that 7,000 jobs are going to have to be cut each and every year to make up for the fact that Labor can't get their spending under control. The Reserve Bank has asked them to get their spending under control. The IMF has asked them, and they've refused to do it. You've got $52 billion NDIS, where we all know rorting is occurring. They've spent $100 million on a bomb website that doesn't even work. And as Dan knows, and his people in the Hunter knows, billions of dollars to foreign companies to meet their net zero by 2050 companies while energy prices are going up.
Those 7,000 job numbers that you just brought up there, I could pull numbers out my arse too and talk about anything there.
No, that's from economists.
That is a number that's just been pulled out, and anybody can pull a number out there.
No, but Bridget, it is. But can I just cut in here? Because Bridget, it is a little bit rich for you to have a go at Labor potentially cutting 7,000 jobs. Weren't you guys going to cut tens of thousands if you were elected?
40,000 jobs, weren't they, Sarah?
Labor has been putting on public servants at a rate of Fort Knox only to have to cut them now, 3.5 years later. The problem is they haven't got their spending under control, and that's why they're going to have to do this. It is a lazy approach to budget and fiscal responsibility to cut public service jobs. The better approach is to get your spending under control, which they've refused to do. They continue to back dumb ideas, and here we are, inflation going in the wrong direction and housing affordability going to be at risk.
I guess,
Sarah, we've been putting in smart, responsible budgeting here, and Bridget can keep coming out and saying what she likes. We had to put on public servants because you know why? Money was being wasted. Millions and millions of dollars was being wasted through labour hire companies. We've put them on full-time work as what should have been happening, not just having them as casuals and part-time.
Well, listen, I mean, I think everyone appreciates that you will have to make cuts somewhere because it has inflated to a point beyond sustainability. But let's quickly move on now. Barnaby Joyce is tipped to defect from the Nationals as early as today. Bridget, that sandwich press steak must have tasted better than it looked. You going to miss him?
I hope he doesn't go. I think Barnaby's achieved a lot. He threw out pistol and boo. He's rewritten biosecurity laws. He's built a lot of stuff, and he's protected small business. And you can't do that kind of stuff in one nation. Only a party of government, like the National Party, is where you can actually achieve stuff. And Barnaby didn't get into politics to be in a party of protest. He got into politics to get stuff done. And he won't be able to do that with one nation, so I hope he stays.
He's got to stay at the Nationals to kick out more dogs. All right, well, finally, everyone's favourite wildlife warrior, Robert Irwin, has been crowned champion of the US Dancing with the Stars. Dan, he did us proud, and I'm led to believe that you might be a bit of a twinkle toes yourself. Did you get any pointers ahead of your upcoming competition? Hey?
He's an absolute superstar, and congratulations to him. And some of the moves he pulls, I couldn't do in my wildest dreams. So, but we'll see how we go. I am going to look at doing Dancing with the Stars in the winter.
Oh,
and here is a TikTok that I was on with one of my friend's kids, and I haven't got the moves that you think, but I'll see what I can do.
Bridget, would you be Dan's dancing partner? That could be cool. I'd watch that.
Oh, my Lord. I'm getting, like, nightmares about, you know, the lift, the Patrick Swayze lift. Not going to happen.
Carl and I tried that.
Bridget.
Didn't go down well. It went down, yes, like a thud. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it. Have a great day.
That was fun. Your 7 a.m. news is just moments away, and coming up, more on that breaking news in Hong Kong. This is a terrible situation.